Yeah. I'm about to click it. I just wanted to say hi first.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Hey guys,
Hey,
we're here. We're back.
we're
Welcome
here.
in.
Yeah. Listen, there's three faces here today, one of which is mine and the other two are not. One face you see all the time. It's that guy over there on your left, my right, I guess. And then Addison's on the other side. The sleaze bag, sleaze dog, sleaze cat, the sleaze captain. I've actually met someone named Sleaze, and I like you better than him. So you're gonna remain Sleaze, and I'll find another nickname for him. So you know,
Thank
yeah.
goodness.
Is
I
that
was hoping I could hold on to that nickname.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, nobody gets as sleazy as you. Wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, but look, here, we're here today. We're here today. All right. We're here today to talk injuries with the biggest brain and the biggest name in all of the doctor of physical therapy streets in the upper peninsula of Michigan. He's up there treating Yetis. All right. Like, field dressing elk all before 1 p.m. Eastern time. And he took the time out of his day to come and give us some injury knowledge. Ben, how are you doing today, brother?
Chev, I appreciate the credit on that, but the last time I had hunted and killed an animal was like 12 years ago. I was 17 years old, and I haven't gone hunting a lot since. So, but appreciate that. We got some 3 to 5 inches of snow yesterday. We do have the Yetis up here. Although if you know Derrick Henry is the Yeti, he has been off this year. It's been a ride for the Ravens, but man, we're here for the injury pod.
Yeah. Listen. Well, look, you're driving this bus, all right? So why don't you tell us where you want to go, what you want to discuss this week?
Yeah.
Also, you covered a lot of stuff in your Substack. So do you want to start there, or you got something top of mind that you really want to
I
discuss?
I mean, you don't have to show it or like mirror it, but I'm using that Substack article as a guide, especially as I kind of talk through, some of the bigger injury reports as we go through the week. So today, right, the biggest one for me, and I think I was looking for my lineups just to make sure everything is good, but Baker Mayfield is expected to start today. A lot of people thought that he was going to miss time with the shoulder injury, but this is a shoulder injury that is one that he can push through. He is going to have it braced up. It's the non-throwing shoulder, and it's a sprain. So, he's going to be dealing with some pain management. I mean, if he gets hit, it's not going to feel great for him. But hopefully, if anything, he still puts up QB1, QB2 numbers for on the week. I'm not concerned about that at all. I think anywhere I have Baker Mayfield in my lineup, I'm feeling good to start.
Wow. And an injury just took out Ben on the live stream. You guys are
Oh,
seeing
you
some
first. A
crazy.
Yeti came in and wiped Ben out. Fucking wild, guys. Fucking wild. I don't know what happened. I don't know what
I
happened.
have no clue. Well, yeah,
Someone
I'm
said
gonna
drop.
filibuster for a minute while Ben's out here. We got Crispy in the chat. He mentioned you guys first. I think he's less excited to see me as in general, but we also got Rocco. He's worried about Brock Bowers with a little illness designation. How are we feeling about that, Chev?
Bro, Brock Bowers is sick with balleritis. That's the only thing that he's sick from today. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, look, there's a whole lot of hubbub going on with this Brock Bowers business. And I'm just look, I was the guy that said exercise some caution and just go draft Trey McBride if you're going to draft Brock Bowers, or just punt on both and draft Tucker Kraft. I apologize for someone exploding his ACL, but yeah, I'm good with Brock Bowers today. Also, Greg Olson was the guy that fucking hyper targeted Darren Waller back in the day when he was the OC for the Raiders. So, I mean, if Brock Bowers is going to play, if he's active, I'm going to rock with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't see anything about the Brock Bowers illness.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in on that, guys. I didn't realize. I didn't see my connection for some reason is not great today. But yeah, I didn't see anything about the Brock Bowers illness, so that's news to me. But I wouldn't be worried about him starting him.
They said that he was walking around the hotel with no shirt on, eating Vienna sausages, and that might have had something to do with his. That might have had something to do with his illness. He might just have the bubble guts, if we're being honest.
And so another big one that I think is going to affect fantasy lineups this week, and I think you guys have probably seen it, but Amarion Hampton is out in another week, and I kind of half expected it. He was there we go, one more week of Kamani Wee Ball. So yes, definitely start Kamani Vidal on your rosters. He's a top 25 start for me this week. I expect Hampton to be back next week.
Yeah, one thing I was saying, so I went on with Pete earlier, and I was saying that I think that until we actually see, which I'm going over the Amarion Hampton thing now, and you just said that, but I wanted to make sure that the easiest and safest way to play this to avoid maximum frustration as a player, just wait until you see him fully participating in practice. That's when you know he'll be back. Like, you obviously, he's limited. Bro, he had a fracture in his ankle and he's coming back and playing again.
Yeah.
We should be happy just to fucking have him back in the year 2025. So wait till you see him fully participate in practice, and we're.
And I do have to say, these injury reports, I try to update them the best that I can, right? He basically was limited Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then late on Friday was ruled out. So, I'm getting that information as fast as I can to those injury reports.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you have to pay close attention to the practice reports and other information as it comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. Where do you want to go next, Benny?
Yeah, so let's see here. I have here Terry McLaurin is back this week. First time since week 8 when he re-aggravated his quad injury. And so he's missed most of the season. We do get him back with Marcus Mariota against a Broncos defense. So definitely keep your expectations hampered. But he is the number one option on that offense. So anywhere I'm trying to start Terry McLaurin, I am getting him in my lineup. If you don't have any other better options. But yeah, Terry is back, guys.
Addi, how you feeling about Terry McLaurin this week?
We saw Terry McLaurin playing on one leg a couple weeks ago and making some of the nastiest catches I've ever seen. I feel good about playing him, but to be honest, I'm terrified to play against this Broncos defense, especially with Marcus Mariota. And like me and the Fourth and Fantasy crew were just talking about this. Nick Menino is going to be living in Mariota's head by the end of the game. So I am definitely a little bit worried about getting McLaurin in my lineup, especially with Surtain back in there too.
Yeah, that's it's less. You're like, hey man, congrats on being healthy again. Here is a face full of Patrick Surtain. Like, you win, I guess. I don't. But it's how we're feeling about Bucky Irving.
Yeah, we can throw that one on there.
Yeah.
Dynasty Dogs in the chat.
Yeah, is that Mikey? That better be Mikey.
Yeah, that's Mikey.
Okay. Yeah, Mikey. We feel good. We feel good. Like, here's the thing. Bucky Irving can be an RB1 on 12 touches this week. So the ramp up, like the guys that you're probably gonna start over him. Like, let me ask you this, Mikey, if you're still here, would you start Bucky Irving or Kamani Vidal this week? Like, and same question to you, Addison.
I don't think you're gonna like my answer. I didn't know you were so confident in Bucky. I'd like Vidal this week. We're dealing with the every other week curse with Kamani, so I'm gonna take the win and say that against the Raiders, this is your last chance to start Vidal, and you definitely should. I got him a little bit higher than Bucky this week. I have him at around 22, Bucky at around 28, but Bucky Irving should be able to put up at least somewhere in the 7 to 12 fantasy point range as a floor.
That's my thing. Is like the floor is solid. The floor is solid, and then the upside is just he's fucking Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
Like as
Yeah.
someone who had to capitulate as a Rashad White truther, it's Bucky fucking Irving.
It is.
It's
well, we got another one here. Yeah, we got another one from Crispy here asking about Aaron Rodgers' broken hand. I personally think that if anyone is adept at handling painkillers and playing professional football, it's Aaron Rodgers. How are you guys feeling about him?
I think they're going to take the air out of the ball and give it to Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell a bunch. Like that's just what I heard a stat that the Steelers have not completed a pass of 20 air yards in the entire month of November. I don't think that changes.
God, that's painful.
Yeah.
Benny, what do you think, bud?
And I'm curious too with DK Metcalf also active, but he is dealing with an ankle injury. I think I'm right with Chev. It's going to be the Steelers running game this week. I am concerned about Rodgers. Like I think he is going to just be playing through it, and there's a chance that he gets pulled and you get Mason Rudolph the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Like I
mean, another one. Daniel Jones, same situation. Fractured fibula, and he's gonna be playing through that shit. And he said, "I'm all good to go for week 13."
Bro, like what?
That's a problem.
So, okay, for the people who may not have more than just a cursory understanding of fractures and like what we're talking about when we're talking about, like obviously he's not pulling a Greg Jennings and putting the team on his back. Like his leg's not broke like that. It's just like a hairline fracture. Obviously, any sort of fracture in a bone is not good, but like what does that mean to you? Does it mean that we're just going to see limited, we should expect like nothing from him rushing, or is his mobility going to be severely limited? Like we saw the drop back, we saw the clip from practice this week where he looked like, like last leg Ben Roethlisberger dropping back to take, in practice. So
I wouldn't expect that to be different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that to be any different this week. We're talking about a few days in between of, him looking like that and basically be limping to hand it off to the running back. Expect a lot of Jonathan Taylor this week, and possibly even some more DJ Giddens. But yeah, I mean, I think they're just worried about their backup quarterbacks. I mean, this is just a detriment sign to how they believe in Anthony Richardson and who is behind Daniel Jones, right? So, yeah, I mean, I don't feel confident at all in Daniel Jones as far as being a stud in fantasy this week. And yeah, wheels up for Jonathan Taylor and DJ Giddens.
Oh, wow. So while we're on that game, are any concern for Tyler Warren playing through the itis?
He was cleared. Like his status changed from questionable to healthy, like probably in the last half hour. I don't know how much it's going to affect his game, and of course, the guy who's going to be throwing him the ball.
Yeah, that's the bigger. I guess that's the bigger concern is like him, like the guy, basically Daniel Jones being able to get him the ball. I mean, it's less than ideal to have a fracture in your leg and have to face Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter on, like I do not want that. That's not what we want.
Yeah. No, I mean, you saw Josh Allen struggle against that same line, and we know Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen. On a broken fibula.
Yeah. Yeah, sadness. AR season incoming. Yeah, hey, talk that talk, Rocco. Talk that talk, Rocco.
And Rocco wonders why he gets.
He loves him some AR.
Dude, I want it to be a thing.
How
Like, if okay, so just hear me out, guys. Just hear me out. Okay, so what if AR comes in for the fantasy playoffs and he's basically like a QB1, and they win, but it's like him doing vintage Anthony Richardson stuff, going like 10 of 22 for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns and like 50 yards rushing and a touchdown on the ground. And they win. Like, I want to maximize the chaos. And then just send that whole Colts organization into complete disarray. Because a couple weeks ago, we were locked in on Daniel Jones getting a $50 million a year extension.
Yeah. And that's the biggest hurt to Daniel Jones' payday is if AR comes in and just blows it up.
Dude, if he just doesn't suck. Like, if he just doesn't suck.
Yeah. If he just shows
so much more flexibility. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, like, we're talking like 2023 Justin Fields as the ceiling there, and even that would be a huge step up from what we've seen from A-Rich. How are you guys feeling about Marvin Harrison Jr., speaking of guys that haven't lived up to potential to this point?
Are we talking today's game or are we talking season long?
The screen says today, so hit me with today.
Yeah. Oh, well, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, we'll go back to the league champ rankings. He's well below a lot of options just because I'm kind of worried about him coming off of the surgery just for like the first game back. But I think like the rest of the season, he's still probably going to be like a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 play at the floor.
I've said it till I was blue in the face. I don't think that this, for whatever reason, this regime has any intentions on featuring Marvin Harrison Jr. And it's really more of an indictment now that you see Michael Wilson literally step in and do exactly what we thought Marvin Harrison Jr. would do when targeted. Like, I do think that it's going to get better. I want to make sure that I throw that out there. I do think that more time with Jacoby Brissett is going to end up being better for Marvin Harrison Jr. It's just that all the things that we thought that he was going to have, at his disposal immediately, none of those things are translating into him as a pro. Like, who's
the OC in Arizona?
Drew Petzing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Fucking
so they've had success with like Josh Dobbs and like a bunch of like plumbers and garbage men. And, Kyler gets in there and all of a sudden the offense doesn't work. And then they bring in Jacoby Brissett and it looks good again. So it's like, maybe it's not the offense. Maybe it's Kyler. Maybe they just don't. It's really hard to design.
Trying out some of the buttons on our studio.
I was
sorry
like,
if they caught you off guard.
I was like, what?
Did you mute Chev?
No.
I was just in shock. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, I'm old, bro. I don't even know what button he fucking pushed just then. It's like, am I having a stroke? Like, what? Did I like
Ben? How soon can Chev recover from this stroke and get back into this podcast?
I'm thinking not until after fantasy playoffs.
What's it?
It's gonna have to be
next.
We'll mail it in this
recovery
year.
From just straight CTE.
You're gonna have to come up, hang out with the Yetis, and do some therapy with me.
That's fair. We'll do some ayahuasca tea time and stare into the void about who my tight end is gonna be for next year. But
right. Tanner Koziel.
Tanner. Oh, definitely not Tanner Koziel, but that's a great name. That's a great name. That's sexy. I appreciate what you did there. I do. He's in the book of secrets, just so you know.
He is. I shouldn't have done that.
No, I mean it's fine. We could talk. Look, we could talk about who's in the Book of Secrets. That doesn't mean you get to see what I said about them in the Book of Secrets. Like it's fine. Everybody knows. Everybody knows about Fight Club, but the first rule about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club.
That's true.
Hey,
Chev saw
what
2
are
in
we gonna do
CTE
again?
heaven.
I completely forgot. Are we doing injuries?
See,
I think
that's
we're
the
done.
CTE setting in.
See, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to get it back. I was trying to get it back. Oh, well,
Oh
all
my
right. Did
goodness.
Ben disappear or is that CTE again?
I'm
Is
not
Ben
seeing him
still here?
either, so mine's working up too.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure that Ben wasn't actually still here and I'm just not having like an actual synapse breakdown and you're seeing my brain fucking melt down in real time.
Hey, we got the Ballsville game calling us out here. Definitely check out the Ballsville website. Love those guys. They have our rest of season contest live on the League Champ app. But that's enough of me filling time. We're talking injuries. What injuries are we talking about? I'm sure Ben was probably leading the charge on that. So let's see if either of us are well versed in the show sheet.
Well, I mean, I didn't. This is the one week that I didn't actually put anything into the show sheet, and I was like, ah, yes, Ben will rely on you. And Ben's internet was like, the fuck you will. So we talked about Baker Mayfield. We talked about Mike. Well, we hadn't talked about Michael Carter and Bam Knight. Uh, which one? So obviously Trey Benson's still out with, the knee injury, the meniscus repair. Which one would you start? Would you rather start Michael Carter or Bam Knight this week, Addy?
I think I'm going to stick with Bam Knight. I like the touchdown upside a little bit more. And also with Marv back in the lineup, I think that's even more reason for Brissett to avoid passes to the running back. But what's your preference, Ben?
I'm also riding Bam Knight here. I think he's kind of been the guy that's been featured a little bit more in the recent weeks, and I agree on the touchdown upside for Bam.
Yeah,
I'm Team Bam.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's really difficult to not feel confident in. Hey, do you have any? So jumping around a bit, because as I said, there was no show sheet today. What do you think about this Olave thing with his back? Like, what are you? Is there any level of concern there? Like,
I
are
think this
we?
isn't the first instance of back issues for Olave. From the reports, it was a back spasm. So as long as he's able to get things calmed down, whether that's taking taking some pain relievers, ultimately just pushing through it, I don't think it's going to affect his game today.
Okay. Yeah, I've got him as my wide receiver 11. Where do you guys have him this week?
14.
I had him at 11. I moved him down to 12 recently, but same brain there, Chev.
Yeah. I just he's the quietest league winner. Like it's just consistent 15, 16, like 12,
The
15,
targets.
16. You'll get like a random 22, 23, but it's never bad though. Like it's never bad. You know, I've got him in a couple dynasty leagues just because the price got so cheap that it was just like, man, I have to do this. Like I
Dog,
absolutely
I
have to do this.
I got him for QJ in a second,
That's robbery.
right?
That is
Yeah.
robbery. Let's see. All right, Kenneth Walker, butt cheeks. He is going to
Questionable.
be he's questionable. I
But
mean, is there any sort of concern? This popped up last week, late in the week. He had 100 yards from scrimmage last week against the Titans. Any
I'm
concern
not
here?
worried.
Okay.
I'm not worried.
Okay. And let's see. I mean, DK Metcalf, you talked about that. Did you talk about that already?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did. Yeah, so
we threw
he
in
was
that cap.
basically limited all week. No, actually, he was a full participant at the end of the week with an ankle injury. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel confident about the quarterback throwing at passes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sam Huber. What up? Who the
How,
fuck is Alex?
how we feel about Trey Benson? We think he's gonna miss that 21-day window, or he gonna get activated at some point in the next 3 seasons?
See, I had reported on like multiple players in their 21-day window. I don't know when it was opened up for Benson. Does he have to play next game in order to
Yes.
be eligible for the season? Okay.
Well, not necessarily. He doesn't have to play. They have to activate him from IR or lose him for the rest of the season.
Okay.
So
See,
they
I'm
could
still-
make him a
I'm still
game day
getting it from
inactive, but just have him not on IR anymore.
To answer your question, Crispy, I do think he's back.
Yeah, I mean they've been practicing. You know, he's been practicing. I know he might have had a setback this past week, but he's been practicing. I would assume that he's back in the next 2 weeks. We got such a good playoff schedule. Pardon me, guys.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, Chev, before Miss McCowan yells at me, I do probably have to bounce here, but you guys can kill it on the start sit questions. If you guys want to check out my Substack though, please get connected with me. I'm at Dynasty Big Mac FF on X, and please check out the Dynasty Gambit where we run a lot of our content.
Listen,
Yeah.
please go
Did
do
it.
that. We've shared the Substack here. I'll put it up one more time before Benny gets out of here. I know Ben's got to deal with some toddler terrorists in his house, so we'll let him tend to that.
Do not want a nap.
And we'll catch you guys. We'll catch you guys next Sunday. I appreciate you as always, Benny.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, great having you in there, Benny. You want to answer these start sits with me right quick there, Chev?
Yeah, which one?
Okay. We got one from the Ballsville game here. Love to see the Ballsville fam in the chat here. Great to see you guys. Great community there. Better rest of season asset, Trey Benson or Marion Hampton?
Hampton.
Hampton, right?
Yeah.
By a lot, I think.
Yeah. It's not even close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Trey Benson a lot. It's just it's levels. to
It's the
everything.
offense.
Right.
Well, we got another one here. Neal or Vidal? I'm guessing for this week.
Yeah. You answer that one. I know which one
I'm going Vidal this week, but it's close.
I'll go Vidal. It's safer, but it wouldn't surprise me if Devin Neal puts up like 18 points today.
Yeah, right. Especially in that offense that is going to use the running back in the passing game. Like, I know Rocco was talking up Audric Estime in a couple of our earlier shows. Personally, I wanted to be an Estime guy, and then I watched him behind the Broncos O-line last year and just was thoroughly unimpressed.
Yes. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I was like, man, that should be better than what it is. And so now him being with the Saints, I don't really have. There's too many moving parts that I would need to see it play out this week. Like, you got Estime, you got Taysom Hill, who has naked pictures of the owner, and that's why he's still getting snaps inside the 5. Like, there's just too much going on for me to feel good about playing Devin Neal over Kamani Vidal this week.
Yeah, same boat here. Any other guys we want to cover here? We keep this show pretty slim, so we're running towards the end. If you got any start sits, feel free to throw them in there. But any other injuries that are top of mind for you this week, Chev?
No, I mean, I'm really anxious to see what it looks like for Daniel Jones and that Colts offense. Like, I am fearful that they're turning into, they're going to turn into a pumpkin. Like, I know, they're on pace to score the most points in NFL history through the first 8 weeks of the season. And I was like, I don't think that's sticky. But they're playing so well, it's hard to argue with. But if JT's not going to be Superman, I think that offense regresses a bit. And if they lose today, the Texans are live for the division. Very live. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do we cover DFS at all? Yeah, dude. We got a whole.
Every Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday, bro. Tap in. I got to make sure I'm on that show more next year.
Make Scott and I actually cover DFS. We will talk gambling the entire time if we don't get DFS questions.
Yeah. Like that's yeah. So tune in on Thursdays, like 5:30 or 5.
Yeah, I believe it's 5. I think.
Yeah,
I need to figure that
right.
out. Yeah, it's at the same time every week. You look at the last show, find out where I put it up there. Who do we got from this one? We got another start sit question. Slick Ricky Pearsall, I assume.
Yeah.
Tyrone Tracy, BTJ. Wow, those are
Start one.
3 players I didn't want to talk about this morning.
Right. Yeah, I'll start BTJ. It's the softest matchup.
Give me Tracy. More guaranteed touches, I guess, but it
Yeah,
doesn't feel
for sure.
right.
None of it feels proper. Like if you
No.
would have gone into like imagine before kickoff on September 4th, 2025, I said to you, hey, 3 months, like 2 months from now, 3 months from now, we're gonna be debating whether or not you should start BTJ, Tyrone Tracy, or Ricky Pearsall, and not in a good way.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
season's a weird
exactly.
animal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Okay.
this is why it's not solvable, man.
We got one last one here, and then I think we're closing up shop. Tyra Taylor and John Mechie, a good play. You know my answer. Adonai Mitchell is a good play, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep saying that until I'm forcibly required to stop because of my brand affiliation.
Yeah, I would go. I could flex John Mechie. I mean, back to back weeks with a touchdown, 3 for 45. I think he went like 5 for 75 and one the next week. So I'm fine flexing John Mechie. I think Adonai Mitchell is the better talent. And I think that we both are aligned in the fact that like if it just you just need one play from Adonai Mitchell
Just
for
one.
him to nuke. Like you saw the one play with the Colts, and then his dumbass let the ball go through the end zone, and now he's on the Jets. But he is a superior talent. That's what we're saying to you.
Yeah, yeah, and John Mechie is what he is. He's Parker Washington. He's Tim Patrick. He's any amalgamation of slightly slower slot receivers that will get 5 catches on any given week.
Right. Right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We got anything else? Because I think you and I both have breakfast to eat.
Yeah. Go put your fucking ranks in if you haven't, guys. Please, please, pretty please, please put the rankings in. We are making a push towards the end of the season. This is fun. I got to catch Rocco. That's what I'm hell bent on doing, and having the most tight end trophies amongst the rankers. So yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for being here. This has been our Week 13 injury show. Thank you to those who stuck around, and always love seeing Ballsville in the chat. We will have a bunch more news coming out over the next couple of weeks, so be sure to tune in. And our DFS content, in case you are wondering, will be up this Thursday at 6 p.m. CST. I looked it up while we were talking. Be sure to check out all of Chev's work. He is fantastic. He's on the FF Dynasty. We love those guys. Our shows up in their feed. And be sure to check me out at Duck League Champ on all the socials and on the App Store and Google Play Store. League Champ app.
Please.
Chev, plug your shit.
Yeah, you already did, bro. Let's get out of here.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Have a good morning.